Greetings with love and light from the Creator to all you beautiful souls, and welcome back to Illuminated Vibe podcast, the Change Your Life with Words series. Hi, I'm Shema.
And I'm Nina, and today we're diving into a word that can completely change how you move through life: confidence.
As always, we begin by reclaiming words that have been hijacked and given a bad reputation. Because when we return these words back to their true meaning, life takes a very, very, very different turn. Take confidence, for example. In today's world, it's often mistaken for arrogance, but the two couldn't be more different. Confidence is rooted in self-belief. It's about trusting yourself, knowing your worth, and showing up fully as you are. A confident person doesn't need to put others down. They simply trust themselves. Their quiet steadiness speaks for itself. Arrogance, on the other hand, usually comes from insecurity. It shows up in boasting, comparing, or dismissing others. So while society may blur the line between the two, the difference is clear. Confidence uplifts, arrogance diminishes. One comes from trust, the other comes from the need to show off.
Did you know that every one of us is born with self-confidence and an innate sense of worth? It's been within us since the very beginning. If you want to see pure confidence, just look at a newborn baby. Still deeply connected to the Creator, they know they are worthy of love, warmth, comfort, satisfaction, and joy. They don't hesitate to express their needs. They don't pretend to be happy when they're upset. And they certainly don't worry about what others think. They simply exist and act with pure, unshakable confidence. Think about how a baby learns to walk. They fall countless times, yet always get back up. There's no fear of failure, no hesitation, and no second guessing. They just keep trying until they succeed. The same is true when learning to speak. It takes years, but they never give up. But as we grow older, many of us lose touch with that natural sense of worthiness. We begin to forget who we truly are. Instead of trusting ourselves, we start seeking approval from parents, friends, and society. Suddenly, our confidence rises and falls depending on the world around us. That's when self-doubt sneaks in. We drift from our connection to the Creator, whether you call God, Source, Allah, the universe, or something else. We forget our oneness, we slip into separation and lose sight of the truth. Through faith, we are already enough. It's only natural to become preoccupied with our inner world, our thoughts, feelings, and desires, while overlooking the deeper truth within us. But real confidence isn't shaped by outside validation. It's built from the inside out, by remembering who we are and reconnecting to the oneness that has always lived within us. Here's the truth. When your mind is filled with confidence, there's no room for self-doubt. Sit with that and really feel it.
So today, let's break down what confidence really is, what tends to get in its way, and how you can start strengthening it right now. Confidence is about being fully present in your body and in the moment. It's seeing the world with love, the way the Creator sees it. It's about reconnecting with your higher self, being the oneness. When you're truly here, confidence flows naturally. As you remember your worth, your confidence grows. And so does your sense of oneness. You reconnect with that worth by trusting that the universe has your back, that is always supporting you. So set your intentions and choose to feel good where you can. Then watch how life responds. The more you notice the universe showing up for you, the more deeply you believe in your worth. Remember, confidence is built from inside out.
Now let's take a look what usually gets in the way of that. James Allen said, "What you think about, you become." Why? Because thoughts create feelings, and those feelings, your vibration, act like a magnet, pulling in the experiences you live. In other words, your reality reflects and mirrors your thoughts and beliefs. When your mind is filled with doubt or negativity, that becomes your state of being, and it shows up in your life. Remember in the episode on patience when we talked about ask and it is given? As human beings with free will, our first step is always to ask with clear intention. After that, the work is to shift into receiving mode. So, what really blocks confidence is self doubt. From an early age, we are conditioned to focus on competition, jealousy, judgment, and comparison. But those feelings come from fear and lack, and they never feel good. Many of us grow up believing that once we achieve a certain goal or check all the right boxes, we'll finally feel worthy. But when your sense of value is tied to a title, status, or a possession, your confidence becomes conditional. It rises when those things are present and fades when they're gone. Sometimes the feeling of success or happiness begins to fade even before those things disappear. Why? Because the truth is, anything based outside of yourself is temporary. Real confidence, lasting self-esteem, and a deep sense of worth can only be cultivated from within.
Confidence flows when you shift your focus to gratitude, appreciation, compassion, and excitement for what's ahead. When you ask for what you want and you keep asking and asking and asking from a place of worry or impatience, saying something like, "Where is it? Is it here yet?" That's just doubt in disguise. Your desires will start to show up when you're open to receive, when you trust it's already done. That's what faith really is. Even without seeing or touching the result, you feel it inside. You feel satisfaction. And know that satisfaction is powerful. It's appreciating what you already have while knowing more is on its way. It's choosing to see the positive, to feel fulfilled right now. In short, what blocks confidence is separation, self-doubt, and impatience.
Yes, to be truly confident, you have to let go of the ego. Here's the thing. The ego is sneaky. It doesn't come right out and say, I'm incomplete, or my happiness depends on external things. Nobody consciously walks around thinking that, but the belief still lives underneath the surface, and the ego hides it in your everyday thoughts. Thoughts just like, I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not smart enough to do that, I could never succeed at this. All of those are rooted in the same hidden belief, I am lacking. That's the ego's logic. It disguises a deep sense of unworthiness in thoughts that seem casual or self-protective. But in truth, it's feeding self-doubt and keeping you small. So many people are held back by these thoughts without ever realizing that it's the ego talking and it's not the truth. Real confidence begins when you remember that you are already whole, already enough exactly as you are.
So, how can you strengthen your confidence starting right now? Guess what? It all begins with you. We've talked before about thoughts, focus, and energy. Where your focus goes, energy flows. That's how you literally create your reality in a very real physical way. Most people know that everything is energy, but unfortunately, they don't always live from that awareness. Think about it. Your body needs food, water, and rest every day to thrive. You don't eat once and stay nourished forever. You maintain it daily. The same is true for your energy. You get to choose what kind of energy fills you. Imagine every part of your body is like a tiny radio, always listening to your thoughts and feelings. When you think happy, kind thoughts like freedom, joy, or love, your body starts to feel good. It's like tuning into your favorite station. If you say, I want to feel joy, your body starts picking up that joyful feeling, just like a radio catches the music. Now, as you are responsible for what goes inside your body, you're also responsible for the energy you allow into your field. When you intentionally fill yourself with success, love, appreciation, or gratitude, there's no room left for self-doubt. But when you're not deliberate, your energy field defaults to whatever's around you. Fear, doubt, judgment, or even the emotions of the people around you, your kids, partner, parents, or even society. That's when separation, disconnection, and discomfort begin to set in. Remember, Building confidence starts with becoming aware of your thoughts, where your focus goes, and taking full responsibility for the energy that you allow in.
Now let's talk about faith, because faith is a big one. Without it, you quite literally go nowhere. Remember in the episode on surrender when we said that surrender is the art of allowing? It's knowing when you've done all you can and then trusting and having faith that life will meet you exactly where you need to be. The same principle applies to confidence. It begins with faith in the unseen. You can begin cultivating that faith with simple, powerful declarations like, I have faith that I am safe and that I can ask and receive. I have faith that the divine presence within me loves and supports me, always wanting the best for me, and that I am designed to thrive and feel good. I may not know every step or have all the answers yet, but I have faith that the guidance I need, whether it's through the right person, book, or the right podcast, will appear at the perfect time. I don't know the end result right now, but I can take the first step. I have faith the rest will be revealed in perfect timing. Practicing this kind of faith strengthens your confidence and dissolves self-doubt. The more you embody this energy, the more you activate your sense of worthiness, trust, and inner certainty.
Here are a few intentional practices to help you cultivate and strengthen your confidence. Confidence begins with recognizing your inherent worth, and that starts with a declaration. Know that simply by being alive, you are worthy and valuable right now, exactly as you are. Remind yourself of this often. Stand in front of a mirror and look into your eyes, or place a baby photo of yourself somewhere where you'll see daily. Let this be a quiet invitation to return to your truth. Then say to yourself, I am that precious child. Worthiness is my birthright, not something I need to earn. I have value. I am valuable. My value comes from within. My worth lives within me. I have worth simply because I exist here on this planet. Let this become a daily reminder, not a performance, not a goal to strive for, but a truth to live by and come home to.
One of the most powerful ways to build confidence is by keeping promises to yourself. When you follow through on what you say you'll do, you build trust in yourself, and that self-trust becomes the foundation of real, lasting confidence. Confidence also comes from knowing that you are enough and you do deserve respect, kindness, and attention. You tap into that inner sense of worth by truly listening to yourself and honoring your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and boundaries. They all matter. Pay attention to what lifts you up and gives you energy. Create space from anything or anyone that drains you or makes you feel small. Your time, your energy, and your voice are valuable. Honor them. Remember, worthiness comes from within. You connect to it by noticing where your attention goes. And when you practice tuning into your inner value, gratitude, and strength, your confidence will grow naturally. And as we've talked about before, what you focus on daily is what you attract into your life.
Another powerful tool to build confidence is reframing negative self-talk. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, say, I'm still learning this. Instead of saying, I'm not confident enough, say, I'm becoming more confident every day. Instead of saying, I miss something, like for example, meeting my friends, say, I really appreciate the day with my friends, or I'm looking forward to meeting my friends. As we've been saying, the words you use shape your reality. Changing your life often begins with changing your language, meaning the words you choose to use every day. Life itself was created with a word, and since we are extensions of that creative source, the same principle applies to us. Our words carry power. Christy Whitman, one of our teachers, created a free 30-day challenge to help you shift your language and energy. You can access it at watchyourwords.com. Confidence grows through action. As we've been saying, life is a game. The more you step outside your comfort zone and move to the next level, the more proof you give yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way.
Yes, confidence isn't about waiting until you feel ready. It's about doing the thing before you feel ready. Don't wait for it to be in order for you to become. Become it for it to be.
Okay, challenge time. This month, we want you to take one small action before you feel ready, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, trying something new, or just wearing that bold outfit. Just do it.
And we want you to pay attention to your self-talk. Every time you catch yourself doubting, pause and reframe it into something empowering.
Because confidence is about trusting yourself even when you're feeling challenged.
And the more you do that, the more you trust yourself, the more confident you'll naturally become.
Thank you for hanging out with us on Illuminated Vibe podcast.
If you got a lot of value out of this episode, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel and tune into our next Change Your Life with Words series, episode 10, where we focus on the word freedom. Remember, it all starts with you. The more you practice confidence, the more joy, abundance, and flow you will invite into your life. Until next time, embrace who you are and keep your vibe high.